we didn't have to teach people about struggle. Remember, we're those 20 million Africans that came here on slave ships who came here against our will because we were slaves. So we have to teach people about suffering. They knew that they were suffering. What they didn't understand, and what we did teach them, is how there were these methodologies that can be used to make the system do what they were supposed to do. That was to take care of the least of us, while this 1% very, very rich populace of people had all of the resources. But because we lived in America, we made people understand that the city, the state had a right and a duty to service the least of folks, lest we would have to take control of the situation ourselves and demand, as we did, that these issues are addressed, because they were basic survival issues. Political education was never a part of the meals. The children came there to eat, but people that wanted to get involved because they saw us doing what the government and the local administrators were not doing, of course they would say that I think that I would like to be a part of this because this is such a positive program, and since the government is not doing it and it's for our children, I would like to be a part of that. Because the Black Panther Party, as most people seem to instruct, or they seem to indicate, we were not some foreign matter, that organization that just happened to be in the community. We lived in the community. We were a part of the community. So it wasn't a Black Panther Party's program. It was the black community's programs that we were a part of. I'd like to just tell you how we view the world. We see revolution as a process, not a conclusion. It's not when the revolution happened or when it starts, when did it end? It's a very abstract way of thinking. We promoted the process through our methodology, through dedicating our lives, and I really mean dedicating our lives. 27 of our members were actually killed, so it wasn't fun for us. We were really, really involved in a life and death struggle, so that we helped promote that process. And I think that what you're witnessing now in Occupy New York and Occupy Oakland and Food First and food programs are a continuation of those programs that we helped leverage, and hopefully they will, move and cooperate more of the underclass, people that really, really need these services in a real meaningful way by getting them involved, and that way carrying on our agenda. Our agenda was survival, pending revolution, serve the people body and soul. If you're not implementing programs that actually move from theory to practice to give people something, then I'm very critical of that and not impressed with it.
Today?
Well, I think that young people should pick up the banner, as they're doing. I think that they should study our organization to see what is useful. I think there are important lessons to be learned, and this is a good place to start. We were youth, we were young people, high school, college students, just as they are. They have the wrong message. They are all militant and no philosophy, no ideology. I think they need to study more. And I think that's one of the problems with Occupy Oakland and Occupy New York. They need to look at our organization as a model of how we were able to make things happen, and build from that. And that's my suggestion to this generation of young people who have inherited the struggle from the 40s, 50s, 60s. And in order to move this thing along, they need to always study, and they need to pay particular attention to some of the things that we were successful, like occupying, parks, and as in People's Park in Berkeley. So there's nothing new about what they're doing. And just take a page from our history and study it, and then become more involved in getting these politicians on the right track, because that's what their jobs are. I wouldn't tell them that they're not welcome. I would make them come and tell them that they got another year to get their stuff together, and if not, we're going to run them out on the rail, because they're supposed to serve the interests of the people. And if they're not doing that, then they're out.